want to thank Bob for the invitation and the opportunity to read with someone like Bernard Collins. To me, is a treat in itself. So, looking forward to sharing. I'm going to begin with a poem. It's one of the poems I like to start off with. It's called Home. Our homes were broken on the auction block when Baba and Iya had their child snatched from their arms, her scent lingering in their embrace, their faces exploding in an ocean of tears and silence. Our families were never meant to function. But on Freedom's Eve, we weave quilts from the artifacts of our memory and made a roadmap to tomorrow. On that day, we walked defiantly out of Massa's gates with only our faith as companion. The only thing on our mind was finding kin and kind. With feet on fire, we walked for worlds, held our dignity close, right next to our emancipation papers, tucked between the whip marks on our back. We saved our tears for those we knew would cup them in their palms and promise protection from the haints and horrors to come. We carried this history in our hearts, in our songs, in old postcards and pictures that sit on the ledge of our legacy. With glasses of water, strange faces that look like our own, we carry this history in our memory. It matters not what those think who drink from fountains that did not welcome our thirst. What matters is that we remember, continue putting ourselves back to get her. What happened to us is beyond travesty, is the evil that still goes down around town. We resist this by embracing those who would be snatched, by seeing ourselves in their faces, by telling them I love you for no reason, by planting seeds for tomorrow's vineyard to reap a harvest called home. Now those that know my work, I've been writing poetry now for 25 years. There was a time in my life where I didn't even think I'd be 25, let alone having done something for that long. It's been an honor. I'm a student, as a poet, I'm a student of the Black arts movement. Poets like Amiri Baraka and Hakeem Abdul-Budi, Sonia Sanchez and Jane Cortez and others, who wrote at a time in our country that, we were kind of reliving again. So my work is certainly in that vein, in trying to speak to truth to power. This poem, recently been watching the news internationally, been seeing a lot of what's going on in Palestine and the occupation there. And I was recently included my name on a list of black activists in this country in solidarity with the Palestinians in their fight against Israeli occupation. This is called Psalms for Palestine. Netanyahu, your flag may bear the Star of David, but the Palestinian people bear his spirit, hurling freedom's slingshot, hurling the bleeding stones of their defiance in the face of your ironclad Goliath. This next poem is, as you can already tell, I don't really write a lot of funny poems. So this is the closest funny poem for me. It's called Dead Meat. So I say that to say it's okay to laugh if you find it funny. If we are what we eat, then we are a supersized enterprise of burgers and fries, the globe's golden arch enemy. Restaurant chains that got the land on lock, branding the earth, enticing us to jump out of the fire into their frying pan. If we are what we eat, then we are high fructose, corn syrup sipping, sorbate sucking, gore gum chewing, monoglyceride munching assembly line of bleach flour, being paid under the kitchen table by the hour. The world's latest wonder since sliced bread with travel provided by trans fat, We waste no expense to rush you to your death. If we are what we eat, then we are designer beings, high fashion, caffeinated manufacturing fascists, dictating the price of trade, making deals with the IMF to keep our stocks from slipping. Starbucks, who once played in the NBA, now get paid to CEO our agenda to the masses, who sip hot Colombians for breakfast. If we are what we eat, then we are diabetes on a stick, cancer in a cone, a stroke to go, microwavable bowls of irritable bowel syndrome. If we are what we eat, then we are drug-infested body politic, overpriced pill-popping dope addicts, fiending for little plastic-coated rocks provided by corporate dealers and doctor pushers, smuggling everything from Ritalin to Viagra across Canadian borders, pushing prescriptions take 2-3 times per day so we can stay high from the day we are born to the day that we die. If we are what we eat, then we are less than 5% of the world's population who devour the rest, making them refugees who we force feed with blindfolded taste tests the entrails of our waste, telling them it's a complimentary multinational breakfast that comes with their stay at the all-you-can-eat buffet where we are the diners and they are the main entree. If we are what we eat, then we are foul, crazed cattle, spilling spoiled milk spiked with steroids into cartons being chugged in our schools by hormone-raging kids with diseased mouths and feet. If we are what we eat, then we are dead meat. This is called Black Poem. Who are we? Who we be? Standing on the corner of 125th Street and Destiny, what does it mean to be black? Cultural amnesiacs caught at the crossroads without a map. What does it mean to be black? To be who we be black? Not some Zip Coon minstrel cartoon black, but true black. Black, so black it's black as the blues black. See, we so confused, been so abused, we don't even know ourselves no more black. Our minds locked into television sets where black is typecast and stereo, got us hallucinating in horizontal lines of manufactured ignorance, seizures of consciousness, mass marketed madness. Is black more than a color, more than a style, more than a shiny label stuck on the black of the latest ish, a whitewashed wish? What does it mean to be black? Was it the DJ or the DA that turned the tables on us, left us spinning? Are we more than shiny grills, MC Sambos grinning with cavities in their craniums black? Platinum rims ripping in Timbs, and we think we hot as hell, yet fail to see that we the ones getting burned at the stake, on the take, repping a blackness that's fake, that's been raped, that's born from the minds of billionaire bigots, trying to make $1 out of 50 cents. Tell me, what does it mean to be black? Pimpin' hoes black, hustler black, rat-a-tat-tat-a gangster black, gotcha, who shot you black, when it's us dying black. And how black is that? Is we free black? When we walk around with the word nigga tattooed in the backside of our minds, who defines us as we is not, knowing the truth, we become the proof that a slave does not need chains. Who in their right mind will want to name themselves after an epithet spit from the lips of those that enslaved your great-great-grandmother's mama, not recognize that we sick. Tuskegee experiments, the remix, put syphilis on our souls, burnt the sight out of our cipher. Is we free black? See, the auction block is where we live black, our very selves traded still, sold to the highest bidder. Can't get a job when ain't no jobs to get got. So we stuck picking cotton out of empty lots. Is that what it means to be black? The ends justify the means black. You sure about that? Because I'm almost certain that's what the slave trader told the missionary way back in the day. How is it we got this way? Jim Crow knows, but do you? Do you know what it means to be black? Past the skin down to the soul, how to get back what they stole black when we still being robbed. What can make us whole? What can make us whole? We need a new black. Black to the future black, radical black, resistance black, fighting back black. revolutionary black. We need revolutionaries black. Who will be black? Black is Jesus Christ coming back and save ourselves black. See yourself black. Know yourself black. Love yourself black, because the truth will set you free black. This is the month of Amiri Baraka's birthday.
Right.
Baraka was, for me, everything the poetry represented, and more than that. The poem I wrote for him called Black Fire Blazing, and I'm gonna sit down and let Bernard come up and do his thing. In another world, you'd been president like Senghor. Negritude's rule, Pan-Africa's promise. In another reality, you'd been prime minister like Patrice, unassassinated by CIA soldiers. But tell the truth and shame the devil is what you did, because this be the reality played on us here. Baraka, they scared of you. Still scared of you. Got FBI agents pouring through the pages of your books with magic markers trying to censor your memory from our minds as Negrofied critics lie online, make your name into a byword in New York Times bylines, explaining how your books never made it to the bestsellers list as if you sought that shit. Speak truth and shame the devil is what you did. Black fire blazing, Langston's raising in the sun, an explosion of black art against the white sky. You blew up their cannon, brought a new standard, freed the verse from iambic pentanema, whose pen was a sword, taking on the national horde in 72 when they turned Newark into Hanoi. Leroy, we still jonesing for you. Wanna hear you pounding on the podium as if it were a djembe, cause we still at war. When our children dropping like flies under an NRA-sponsored bullet shower. We still at war when the government been hijacked by Wall Street terrorists in cahoots with Supreme Court justice. We still at war when our cities are ruled by neo-colonial hustlers, corporate lackeys whose black face is their own skin. So let us begin. We still need poems that kill ignorance, that kill apathy, that kill negrosity in cold blood. You put your verses the system itself. Put our rage on the page and dare the world read it with both eyes wide open. A marksman, looking through the crosshairs of your consciousness, taking aim, yet they still scared. And now respectable Afro-demics with alphabets after they slave names, locked in ivory towers, want to shower you with fake praise, talk about freedom of speech. Let them do a PhD study on why your skull got cracked. Let them dissertate on the affirmative action of your knocked out teeths. They are but double Dutchmen, dodging bullets on New York subways, trying to convince Bernard Getz they not like the rest of us. But you, Juju master of the black arts, left them on pins and needles, voodoo wordsmith, casting spells on the illiterate, cracking the shell of European syntax. There was no shuffle in your walk, no stutter in your talk, no bougie in your boogie down and got down you did for the workers, for the peasants, the wage slaves, them that get they labor depraved. You will forever be poet laureate of the proletariat. You said it's not enough to write the poem, the play, when we don't control the stage, and the whole world is a production, ownership of means by any means necessary. You, a synthesis of Malcolm and Mao, a dialectics of defiance from Marx to Monk, a blue funk, as avant-garde as Tubman going back to the South with nothing but a shotgun, talking way out where you is now, way out on the surreal side. That owl exploding is you now in the tree of life, eyes big as Baldwin's with Malcolm X-ray vision, seeing through they bullshit. Like Coltrane's horn blowing our minds forever, hoo-hooing, asking the question where most fear to tread. Nah, Nah, you ain't dead. The lecturer lives on in us who still here sipping from your stream of consciousness raise the black nation worldwide. We forever call your name that sounds like thunder, clapping and standing ovation. Baraka, Baraka, Baraka.
Yes.